Law enforcement agencies are out in full force around eThekwini to intensify operations aimed at clamping down on the illegal movement of people during the COVID-19 lockdown. This after KwaZulu-Natal Premier Sihle Zikaklala announced that law enforcement will be doubled in a bid to curb the spread of the coronavirus. The eThekwini Metro has 77% of the province's COVID-19 cases. A number of roadblocks are being conducted around the city to check if people do have permits to move around. Our reporter Simphiwe Makhanya is now at a roadblock in KwaMashu. Let's go there live. A very good morning to you once again, Simphiwe. What's happening where you are now?
Good morning, Desiree, once again. Well, we are coming to you, Desiree, live from eThekwini. I'm going to step out of the shot for a while to give you a picture of what is happening. Behind me, law enforcement authorities, you can see, out in full force trying to enforce the regulations that were announced by the president when the national lockdown was announced. What has been happening in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Desiree, is that it is actually leading in terms of the fatalities that are reported in the country nationally. eThekwini in particular is actually problematic in the way that you have seen about more than 380 people being infected by the COVID-19. Yesterday, the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, Sihle Zikaklala, said that authorities from today will be out in full force, especially in and around Durban, to ensure that residents do comply with the lockdown regulations, because the trend that the provincial government has been observing is that of non-compliance among especially residents of Durban. Behind me, you can see, if you are from eThekwini around this time, these vehicles that you see are vehicles that you would see on a normal day. But then you ask yourself whether the lockdown is still underway in Durban. The Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, as well as the MEC for Transport in the province, Mr. Begintuli, are actually across the Durban area conducting various roadblocks to enforce these regulations that were announced by the president, because it would seem, judging by the number of vehicles that you see on the road and also just the activity that you see on our roads, it seems as though that people are not actually adhering to the lockdown regulations. Desiree?
It's quite problematic, especially, as you say, the Premier yesterday giving that media briefing that much more stringent measures need to be put in place. Why are people saying they need to be moving around in big numbers?
Well, that's $1 million question, Desiree, because the people who are supposed to be on the roads are those who actually have permits to be moving around, and those who are going to seek medical care, and those who are going to buy essential goods such as food. But the question then becomes, are all these people that you see here actually going to acquire those services that I've just spoken about? And do all of them have permits? That is what the provincial government is saying. The provincial government is saying that they will be now working with various stakeholders, including the SANDF, the South African Police Services, as well as the Durban Metro Police, to ensure that all those who are on the roads actually do have permits to be on the road. Desiree?
Just give us a sense on the ground, Simphiwe, in terms of the province really now achieving that epicenter status. Are people concerned about this?
People are very much concerned, Desiree, about the high number of infections that have been reported, especially in the eThekwini district. We have been able to go to gauge the sentiments, especially in big townships such as Umlazi, KwaMashu and Duzuma. And when you go to those townships, Desiree, you get mixed views with some people saying that actually they are worried, and you get the actually picture which is not good when you see a lot of people just loitering around the streets. When the lockdown was announced, the first few days you saw that there was not so much activity on our roads or in our townships. But obviously the days progressed, we are now beginning to see as though it's business as usual. So the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal was really concerned, saying that if Durban residents are not adhering to these lockdown regulations, then it's going to be problematic for the province of KwaZulu-Natal to be in a position to actually minimize the spread, and by so minimizing the spread of the variants, not only in the province but nationally, because KwaZulu-Natal is one of those provinces that is actually leading in terms of the infections. It's number 3 nationally with over 600 infections recorded. Desiree?
Simphiwe, thank you so much for that update.